for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Welcome, Fade to Black, bespoke radio for the masses. Today's Thursday, October 7th, 2021. 279 days into the new year, only 86 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of nowhere. A total undisclosed location. All right. How you doing? It is beautiful in here, though. It is. All right. I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is another Fader night with open lines all night long. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. All right. How you doing? How you doing? Let's get this show cracking. We got a lot to do. It's open lines all night long. Scrambling right before the show tonight. I just have stuff to do. Got a party this weekend. It's my birthday. Yeah, man, it's so funny. I'm just going to tell you guys, give you a little slice of my world. About a half hour before showtime tonight, doing my thing, making coffee with water, and I've got 2 cups of coffee tonight. Yeah. Ain't running out. And Billy Carson texts, "Hey man, you got a minute to chat?" Sure. Making coffee. And that conversation with Bill, I kept telling him, man, I was like, dude, I got a show tonight. Okay. But yeah, that's cool, Billy. Yep, I'm motivated. You're the best. You're the best. And I meant all of it. I was motivated. But the point is, I'm like, Billy, I gotta go. And I'm looking at the clock, and the next thing you know, it's 5 minutes before showtime. Billy finally goes, "Okay, man. All right, man. I'll catch you later." And all of a sudden, bam, and I'm in here just scrambling and getting everything. So I think everything, yeah, we're running. So then I had to make a quick call to Drew, and that's who I called Drew and had to have him look at something with the feed, which is fine. I'm looking at it now. All of that's cool. Let me flip over to here. Normally all of this stuff is checked right before showtime. Edward just said in the chat room, I assume he was calling to complain about me. That's what the phone call was about. It was about Ed. Ed, it's all about you, bro. Fast Eddie. I'm not going to say your last name on the air. I almost did it. Fast Eddie Clark. Wasn't he in? He was in Motorhead, right? I guess he borrowed that name from Fast Eddie Clark, who was one of the world's great guitar players. Okay. All right. Where am I at? How you doing? It's Fader Night. Oh, man. All day today, I am. I'm getting ready for the party. And so there's that element of it. And every step through the day, because now getting everything ready for the UNX network, which is launching October 31st. So that's going on. And then there's show prep. There's that going on. I had to go through today and do some edits on all of our commercial breaks. And, there's 5 of those. All of that had to get sussed out. And, I mean, the combination of all of that, new driver's license, that came into play. So it was just like, wow, what a crazy day today. It was absolutely nuts. And in between all of that, all of these things that are going on, all of these things, I'm like, tonight's Fader Night. Tonight's Fader Night. I just got to get through the day, and I can get to Fader Night. So here we are. It's open lines all night long, 747-228-2051. I don't think I tweeted today. I don't think I did anything on social media. I just worked and barely got to here. So that's where we're at. It's Fader Night, 747-228-2051. I will be at the Starworks USA UFOs, all the above and beyond. That's the name of the conference. That sounds like a documentary from like 1974. UFOs, all the above and beyond. Airing tonight on Channel 54, UHF. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. That conference is going down November 12th through the 14th in Laughlin, Nevada at the Aquarius Hotel and Casino. Jacques Vallée, Paul Hynek, Grant Cameron, Colin Andrews, Jaime Maussan, and 10 other amazing speakers. Tickets and info are right there at starworksusa.com. Click on the video link below. You can go and do that. Great deals. The deals that are on the rooms at the resort there, you're not going to believe it. I mean, it's so inexpensive. The whole week, it's like for free. It's like that cheap. And it's a great hotel. There's actually two buildings, 2 high-rises with the casino in the middle, 2 on the river, right there on the river. It's so cool. Laughlin is just amazing. So get your tickets and come and hang out with us. We'll have the Fade to Black booth, and we're going to do a version of Fade to Black live on stage. And I don't know how that's going to work, by the way. Rumor has it that I think that's going to go on during the dinner. How do I eat? You know what? If it's going on during the dinner, I'm going to have a table on the stage. I'm going to go through the buffet line, and I'm going to put. There's no way. That's not. I'm gonna look into this further. Somebody mentioned it to me. They were like, "Hey, man, the Fade to Black thing. It's going on during the dinner." No, it can't be. How can a guy of my stature? Somebody looks at me and says he doesn't get dinner. He's got to work instead. No, doesn't work that way. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. So we're going to do Fade to Black live on the stage, and I will be eating right there in front of all of you. All right, follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Let's see, Jimmy, when you say you worked all day, is that code for I made kebabs? Oh, man, the elf coming in strong. Coming in strong. Pat, email me. Email me right now, Jimmy@JimmyChurchRadio.com. I will send you my kebab recipe. Okay? And you know what? It's going to come to Pat I'm going to send him the recipe. He's like, that's it? This is it? That's not the point. It is the combination of those ingredients and how you get it done, and they dance together. That's all you need to know, and it will change your life. I guarantee it. All right? Okay? Are we clear? Just want to make sure that we're clear on that, Pat. Email me. I'll take care of that tonight. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Hello to everybody out there. YouTube, troublemakers. Let's see what's going on over here. Yes, it is indeed trouble. And let me make sure. Okay. All right. Drew the Geek just popped into the chat room. See, I was really on the phone with Drew. Everybody should go give him a hassle. And there you go. So hello to everybody over there, Facebook. Bunker Cam. All right. It's Thursday night, man. It's Fader night. You know what I've been binging on? Can I come clean about something? I'm going to look this up right now because I'm not too sure on the date. Let me. Yeah, here it is right here. Okay. I just want the date. I just want the date. When did this air? Okay. All right. I've been binging on Better Call Saul. And I never watched Breaking Bad. Okay, and I realize that is some kind of mortal sin in pop culture, but I never watched Breaking Bad. And I know that I think I was told, or Better Call Saul is Lee Spiegel. Hold on. I'm going to take this call. I'm going to put this call on speaker. Lee, I'm live on the air right now. Say hello to the Fadernaughts.
Hello, Fadernaughts. I'm happy to almost see you all.
I'm live on the air, Lee. But when your name pops up on my cell phone, obviously I'll pick it up every time, my friend.
Well, I should be careful of the kind of language that I use, or maybe I don't have to be.
Or what you're calling about, which is probably some crazy top secret stuff. Lee, thank you so much. I'm literally live on the air right now, and everybody's laughing. Great to hear your voice, my friend. Can we circle back first thing in the morning?
Sure. Yeah, I just got off the air live myself a few minutes ago.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'll talk to you first thing in the morning.
I look forward to it. Have a great rest of your time tonight.
Thank you, Lee.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Have a great night. Lee Spiegel coming in. It's live radio. Okay. Where was I at? Oh, Better Call Saul. So I missed the boat, and I don't know what motivated me. Last week, clicked on Better Call Saul, episode 1, season 1, and it aired in 2015, episode 1, which sounds about right. And I can't get off of that show. I can't get off of it. It's not anywhere close to what I expected, and I don't know the tie-in to Breaking Bad. Yet. So I don't know. And I don't know who Saul is in Breaking Bad because I've never seen the show. I saw the movie that came out last year. But other than that, this is a great series. I can't get off of it. Which is strange for me because it's not science fiction, right? It's not a cartoon. It's bizarre for me to get this deep into a show, but I'm really enjoying Better Call Saul. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And I don't even know why I segued into that. Then Lee just called and threw me off. So there you go. Let's see. My boyfriend and I love Better Call Saul. Yeah, see, I missed the boat. It's really good. And man, I'm going to say Odenkirk, who plays a great role in this. Bob, who I just enjoy everything he's ever done. I think he's a great comedian. But, man, Saul, Paul, Jimmy, right? Just can't get it right, man. It's a great series. Okay. Breaking news. An incredibly rare 16th century plate, a dish, depicting the biblical tale of Samson and Delilah, which was discovered, check this, tucked away in a drawer and forgotten, has sold at auction for more than $1.7 million. 10 times its original estimate. The plate, which measures about 11 inches, it's a plate, right, in diameter. You look at the pictures of it. It's just a plate. Believed to have been made by Nicola da Urbino around 1520 to 1523. The plate was one of more than 400 items stashed away and found in the Lowood House, a grand country estate in the Scottish borders. There you go, $1.7 million. It's just sitting in a drawer. Incredible. Let's get the show cracking. Happy birthday to today, the original, the dude, John Cougar Mellencamp. Always be Johnny Cougar to me. I think, in Indianapolis, in the state of Indiana, he's going to be Johnny Cougar. And I think that for most of the people in Indiana, Jack and Diane, little pink houses, all that stuff. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's the old stuff, the Johnny Cougar days that we all love. And Toby Myers, man. What a great band that was. Johnny Cougar and the Zone. That was the band, Johnny Cougar and the Zone. I saw Johnny Cougar and the Zone. Today, Johnny's 69, by the way. I saw Johnny Cougar and the Zone open for, I got to get this right. I think it was the Kinks at the Indiana Convention Center in downtown for like 2,000 people. Johnny Cougar in the Zone. I went, it was the Kinks. I went to go see Johnny Cougar. Johnny Cougar in the Zone. John Bon Jovi drummer. Tico Torres today is 68. Yo-Yo Ma today is 66. Yo-Yo Ma's not so young anymore. Remember when Yo-Yo Ma was this young kid playing the cello, and you see Yo-Yo now, he's 66. It's like 30 years blasted by like it was nothing. Radiohead's Tom York today is 53. And the singer, of course, of Creep. And I remember, this is Thursday night. It's Fader night. I can do whatever I want. So I remember I was on tour with the band. Driving down, we're on the freeway. I'd never, and somebody's playing CDs in the tour bus stereo or something. And I'm looking out the window, and it was raining. It was at night. I'm on the freeway, and I'm watching stuff blow. No, it was on this side. I was on the right side of the bus. I'm looking out this way. And Creep plays, and I'm listening to it. And those guitars kick in, that gong, gong, gong. And I'm listening to the word. I thought, that is the greatest song I've ever heard. That's like the greatest song I've ever heard. And it affected me. Yeah. Tom York, Radiohead, 53 years old. Our dead guy's birthday today is, check this, Chet Powers. 1937 to 1994, died at the age of 57. Chet was a singer-songwriter. He also went by many names, such as Dino Valenti and Dino Valente. Yeah, as the lead singers of Quicksilver Messenger Service. Two different names, right? As a songwriter, he was also known as Jesse Orris Farrow. He's best known for having written the quintessential, the super mega hit, the 1960s love and peace anthem, Get Together by the Youngbloods. And that may be the greatest song to come out of the 60s. That may be the one. He wrote it. But there's more. He got busted for drugs, pot and pills, amphetamines. And to raise money for his defense, he sold the publishing rights for Get Together. He did. He sold them to Frank Werber, the manager of the Kingston Trio. Chet died broke. Frank did not. Chet died suddenly at his home in Santa Rosa, California. No explanation given. Just up and died on November 16th, 1994, at the age of 57. Happy birthday, Chet. On this day in history, 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger is elected governor of California. Most thought it was a joke. Lots of jokes in California at that time about Arnold. But he lasted two full terms. Got reelected until he returned to acting in 2011. That is on this day in history. All right. Dang, that's good coffee. Rain clouds are rolling in, folks. Yeah, birthday weekend. The rain is supposed to stop by tomorrow night. I'm listening. I can hear what's happening out there right now. Yeah, it's about to go down. Fader fact. All right, here you go. Argentina's Antarctic Research Base. It is called Brown Station. Brown Station was burned to the ground in 1984 by the base's doctor. Why? He fought the Thing. Yeah. No, he didn't. I was kidding. Not really. It was because he was told he had to stay at the base for the winter. And that is your Fader fact. Tonight's another Fader night with open lines all night long. Call a number 747-228-2051. All right. We'll be opening up the phone lines after the break. But before we get there, let me hit this River Moon Coffee, rivermoonwellness.com. Head over to jimmychurchradio.com. All the links are there. Everything you need, River Moon Coffee. It's all right there. Click, click, click. Get it. River Moon Wellness. Promo code F2B Blend. If you're on the website, if you're shopping there, if you're over at Amazon, it's already a discounted rate. And if you're what do they call that? Amazon what? Premier, preferred, whatever. If you're one of those Amazon customers, you get free shipping anyway. All right. I like my coffee, Doc. I do. I really do. I want to clear up a couple of things. I've been getting a lot of email and comments and things out there about the UNX network. Now, and I've been reading. Everybody thought that yesterday when I posted about leaving KGRA that the show was ending. The show was not ending. We just decided to leave KGRA, and that's it. The show, nothing changes. If you've got a Fade to Black membership, you're good. If you have Libsyn, you're good. If you're on YouTube, you're good. If you watch on Facebook, you're good. If you're going to the website, you're good. If you're the Bunker Cam, whatever it is, good. Spreaker, good. iHeartRadio, fine. TuneIn, TalkStream Live. Nothing changes. So we broadcast out onto 10 or 12 different platforms every single night, soon to be more. And one of those was KGRA. It just sits off here on the end. And that's just been sliced off. It's gone. And now it's the UNX network. That's it. Nothing changes. show is going to be nothing's changed. All right? But here's another big announcement. All right? I hope you can handle this. Now, all of this stuff is happening at the same time. Yes, the movies are premiering next month in November, 2 of them, both in the month of November. October 31st, we have the UNX network launching. There is, I'm not ready to announce it yet, but there is a TV show that is in the works. It's done. Okay, I just can't announce it yet. When the network is ready, they handle those kind of things. So that's happening. All of this is going on at the same time. And the other thing that needed to happen, and this has been talked about for a long time, is I want to figure out a way, I think we've got it sussed out now, to have our guests on the screen along with myself. Now, I know that sounds easy because, Jimmy, everybody's doing that these days. You know, everybody's got. That's because they're running everything on one computer, one laptop. They're not taking phone calls. They're not firing off commercials. And they got everything. They've got it's all on one computer. I can't do that here. All right, because I've got stuff happening here with the guest. I've got stuff happening here with the guest. I've got video happening on another computer. How do you get both of these video streams with them onto that screen with me on it at the same time? Impossible, unless you're spending millions of dollars. So, but I think we have a workaround. I think with that we do. And so in the next couple of weeks, as we integrate everything that we need to do, I think that's going to happen in about 2 weeks. Could it happen tonight? Well, I don't have a guest tonight. It's possible. There's a severe amount of testing that has to go on, but I think that we've got it. I do. I think that we've got it. And if we do, and this actually works, it is going to be great. We've got to get the audio and the video synced up. The mouths got to match. Remember, we've got audio streams that are going out too as well, and all of that's happening at the same time. We have to align things up, and but there you go. All of this is happening at the same time. It's so exciting around here. So with that, let's take our first break. It is Thursday night. It is Fader night with open lines all night long. Now, I'm going to let everybody know how this works. I'm going to pick up your call. You're going to be listening to the show. Then you're going to be put on hold. And then you're going to have hold music. And then you're going to wait until I come back to you. That's it. You are on hold. Don't hang up or you go back to the end of the line. Don't forget that. Like this caller right now. The area code starts with a 2. You are being put on hold. Okay? All right? And the same thing with this call. Area code starts with a 9. You're being put on hold. Stay right there. Don't hang up. And that's it. And I'm going to go through the chain. It's Thursday night's Fader night. Open lines all night long. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. Introducing the Game Changer blend from Rivermoon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. with wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2B Blend for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at gettheti.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to gettheti.com. That's gettheti.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Gettheti.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's gettheti.com. Gettheti.com. The tea that makes you go.
Fadernaughts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Matthew. You're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? It's Thursday night. It is Fader night with open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. It's your calls, your conversation. UFOs, the paranormal, lost history, conspiracy, supernatural, pop culture, time travel, whatever. It's your call. It's your conversation. That's what we do here. It's unscreened, unfiltered, uncensored. All of that. Anything with an "un" on it is how this goes down. Okay. And now I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to say this while this caller is on hold or is listening to me right now. Every time you hang up, you go to the back of the line. I'm putting you on hold. You just can't do that. And repeated calls coming into the show doesn't do anything. You just go right to the back of the line. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. 747-228-2051. Let's get busy. Here we go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Oh, hello. I'm sorry about that. Am I live now?
Yes, you are live. Who's calling?
Oh, okay. My name is Al, and I'm out here with my son, Diego, right? We're calling from deep South Texas.
Right on.
And we still can't believe we are actually live on the radio, right, Pops?
Yeah, watch your language. See, right there.
Oh,
in
right.
front of your son,
Yeah.
you're going to drop an F-bomb? Come on, Al.
No, we just said we just can't. Did I say freaking?
No,
Or,
yeah,
I don't know.
okay. You said something else, but it doesn't
is
matter.
that too close? I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to say that.
I know you're excited. I know you're excited.
Yes, we're super excited, right? Okay. So, two things. One, you mentioned you got your driver's license renewed today. Did you have to go in and have to retake your picture?
I did.
You did? Oh, gosh. How did that go? Because I just did that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, how do I say this? I think it went okay. I had to get the real ID. So, for traveling, and without the real ID, you're not going to be able to get on a plane, right? Okay, so that's it. And I think the cutoff for that is like in 2 weeks. And so anybody that's desiring to fly, well, anyway, I think it may be 2 years. I don't know. So I had to go through that whole process of the real ID.
They let you take your photo more than once. I guess that's the question I have.
No.
No, I know that happened exactly in the same way.
Yeah.
And because when I got my little version, they give you the paper copy, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I told the kids, I look like that little alien from Total Recall, the one that's popping out of the, stomach
of the head.
or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's the head. Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah.
And I go, good golly, that's terrible. Can I redo it? They said, no, you're going to have to come back for a redo. But, I'm just going to have to live with that photo because I, COVID and stuff, don't want to go back there through that process.
Yeah.
Right, that was number one. You mentioned that earlier in the show.
Yes.
Number two, Richard C. Hoagland.
Mm-hmm.
Have we heard from him in a while?
I have not. I haven't heard his name in a while. Somebody mentioned him. I think it was probably a year ago. His name came up in the conversation. I said, "Hey, where's he been?" And that person told me, "Oh man, a fly just hit me in the face." Told me that he was still broadcasting from somewhere here in California, doing something. So his podcast or whatever. Maybe he's on the radio. I don't know. I haven't.
Oh no, it just popped into my head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go that far back in time. Monuments of Mars.
Well, see, but
the old Art Bell days.
Yeah, you bring up a really great point. If you go back to the mid '90s, now a few things happened at the same time for Art Bell that were really cool. One, he had a website. And having a website in 1995 was a big deal, the Coast to Coast website. Number two.
I know, Windows 95.
And there was a few things that were happening at the same time. And one of them, was Richard Hoagland and Monuments of Mars and Cydonia and the analyzing of the Cydonia Plateau and pyramids and math and algorithms and angles and latitudes. And that was all fascinating stuff. And what Art was able to do during Coast to Coast was he would post these pictures up that Richard Hoagland was talking about. And those were exciting times, man. You take out your laptop, you wait for the picture to load, click, 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 and boom. and Hoagland, man, back then, he owned it. I mean, he owned it, and he had the hair, right? He had the fabulous hair, the coif, and he was so well spoken, and then just he was somebody that could have had it all, and somehow didn't, but he was at the right place at the right time for about a year. It was pretty strong.
Yeah. That was good. Good memories, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks again. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, Al. Say hi to what's your son's name?
My son's name is Diego. He's 13. He's in 8th grade. He's taking world geography. We talked about early civilizations this past week.
Awesome.
Maybe that's another call.
All right.
Right?
All right.
Now they call it BCE and CE, current era and before current era. I know.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that stands for?
We got to get used to the new acronyms.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like the new math.
It's being filtered out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Al.
Yep.
Tell Diego.
Thank you so much.
Tell Diego I said to you.
Sorry about the early whatever. Sorry about that, man.
It's a great phone call. Thank you, Al.
Appreciate it. Good night. Thank you.
It's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's time to fade to black. Thank you, Al. That was a great phone call right there, and I appreciate that. So his son is taking history. Man, I dig that. I totally dig that. Okay, before I go over here, Richard Hoagland. Richard Hoagland, man, could have, should have, would have. That's Hoagland. Almost owned it all, man, and was a game changer, and just effed it up. I had him on the show, and I remember he sent me some images, and he said, "Man, these are real. You've got to look at them." And so, all right, you gotta, we'll talk. Ask me anything you want, Jimmy, but let's air these during the show, and I did. And I'm looking at these images, I'm like, Richard. No, man. Dude, those are 5-mile glass crystal buildings on the surface of the moon. No, they are not. It's an overexposed picture, bro. You're not going to convince me of something that it's not. But I'm not talking smack about Richard because he opened up a lot of our eyes. And caused us, forced us, made us think differently. And that is great. Appreciate him so much for that. Just lost his way. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
What's up, dude? It's Pat.
Hey, Pat. Did you email me?
Yeah, man. I sent it to you, Jimmy at jimmychurch.com or whatever radio. I sent it there.
Okay, let me see. Oh, there it is. Holy crap. I got an email from you. Give me the hookup, man. You're the best. I'm going to take care of this tonight.
Short and sweet. That's cool. All right. I told you I'd call you back and let you know about that angel light.
Oh, that's right.
So I used it. Now check this out.
Okay.
Now you're going to love this. This was all first time for me, man.
Okay.
So I did my stuff before I went to bed with it and everything. And I considered it's dream work for me. I just mess with them and then, dreams anyway.
Right.
So first time in my life. I've told you all kinds of paranormal stories that I've been through and everything else. So we all know I'm into the paranormal stuff. It just happens. Never had ET stuff, no saucers I've ever seen, none of that. I'm interested in it, just never been any part of any of that stuff.
Okay, Pat, let me jump in. Pat called in and talked to us about this new crystal that he got. It's called Angel Light. It's beautiful. It's like a light sky blue color to it. I don't think it's as bright as the sky, but it's that shade of blue. It's not like turquoise. It's not aquamarine. There isn't any green in it. It's blue with some white, and it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. But Pat, what are some of the attributes? What are the some of the things that the claims behind Angel Light? What are they? What does it do as a crystal?
Oh, I looked it up when I first got it, and I forgot all about that. I know it's high frequency. I know that much because it vibrates pretty high. So I think it's supposed to be able to hit you higher into the realms of getting into your spirit guides and things like that.
Okay, well, it says here, very high vibrational stone that activates and aligns our throat. That would be good for me, right? Our third eye and crown chakras. All right.
Right, hit with the spirit guides.
Okay.
Okay, so check this out. You ready?
Yeah, I am.
Never had any ET, like I said, blah, blah, blah. I said that before. So I go to bed. Here's what I get. all of a sudden, picture pops in my mind. I'm in the middle of a field by a tree, and somebody's with me. I can't remember who it was. You never remember who it is. You just know somebody's there.
Right.
I look up in the sky, and there's a TR-3B. I remember pointing up to it, and I said, hey, look, it's a TR-3B. And, dude, it was the same friggin' color as the angel light. Exact same.
Keep going. Oh, don't tell me that's it.
Anyway, oh, no, dude, after that, all of a sudden, I woke up. But I don't know, like I said, I know it's pretty sad. That was it. But, dude, you got to understand, I've never had dreams about ET crap, none of that stuff, man.
Right,
that's not my thing.
Right.
Paranormal, that's me.
Angel
so
light.
That's what I had. But I will tell you this. I did have a little bit of time loss. Because when I did my dream thing and kind of, do my thing, it was like it seemed like the dream was only a split second. But, dude, it was, I woke up not woke up, but you know what I'm saying, come to your senses, about like a half hour maybe later. So there was a little bit of missing time. That's all I can tell you, man. That was my experience. Nothing more, nothing less.
You know what? You've listened to enough of these shows. Have you ever heard anybody describe a TR-3B other than black? No.
No.
Not in a dream, not otherwise, not anything. No. So that's pretty heavy. That's pretty cool. That
was kind of interesting, man. Like I said, never had ET stuff. That was the first time I've ever had any of that. So
now, what did you do?
Hey,
what did you do with the crystal under your pillow?
No, dude, I work with it before I go to bed, and then I will hold it in my hand, and then everything, things work out the way they're supposed to, and then I put it down, and then I go to bed.
Right. Okay.
I just basically meditate with it, man. It's just like anybody else that's doing meditation. I just use a crystal as a focus point.
Right. Man, I love crystals, man. I just love crystals. I do. I've got a ton of them. And you know what? And this is probably my mistake. And the people that understand crystals and use them for certain things would call me crazy. But I collect crystals that I think are cool, right? If they look cool, I'm in. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the properties are. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm mixing them. You can go into somebody's house and they've got crystals placed all around the windows and the corners of the rooms, and they're tuning this, and specifically, they would freak out if they saw what I do with crystals. I
get you, bro. That's the same way I am. My crystals, man, I've always picked them out because that's a feeling. See, you think you look at them visually and that's what makes you attracted to them, but honestly, dude, visualization is just like looking at a girl. You visualize them, but you also got a feeling deep down in your gut with them. And that's the same thing with the crystal. You're looking at it visually, but guarantee you, Jimmy, you're in your gut. It's going, hey, that's it.
I know. And you know what? And for me, that's what works. And I love getting a piece of crystal. Doesn't matter what kind or what color, but that you can see through it somewhat or see into the inside of the crystal and then look for things. Right?
Dude, if I ever make it out to the West, man, I tell you what, I've got a crystal and I don't show it to nobody. I've had it, probably 30-something years, man. It is so friggin' clear, and it's a point. I actually took it, and I haven't showed it to nobody for, like I said, forever, except for I took it up to the crystal shop because I wanted to show the guy that runs it because, he likes crystals. I took it up there, and, dude, he looked at it. He just stood there, and he goes, and he's not into, how we are. He just looks at him and goes, yeah, they're cool. They're rocks, whatever, minerals. I mean, he's intelligent science-wise. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this old lady and her husband come walking in there. Dude, she looked at that crystal, and she walked straight towards it, man, and she started to put her hand out. She stopped. She looked at me, and she goes, can I touch it? I go, yeah, go ahead. She grabbed it, and, dude, she did just like him. They both stood there and just stared in it because this crystal, when you look in it, oh, my God, it's amazing, dude. It will, I don't care who you are, even if you don't believe in whatever. Mm-hmm. You will sit and stare into this crystal and see so much stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen things like I've seen pyramids inside of crystals.
Yep.
I've seen faces, ET, grays. I've seen ghosts. I've seen angels, and you just look in and just let it go a little bit, and the stuff will form. And then once it does, it never goes away. That's what you will always see inside of the crystal, and I dig that. I want some crystals that are perfectly clear. Those are beautiful too, and they're polished and they're great. But I like the ones that have those imperfections in there. Something going on the inside. I that's my favorite part of it. And Washington crossing the Delaware, Linus and Snoopy, is whatever, And I just want to be able to see what makes this crystal different, because they're all different. But I want action on the inside of it. And that's what I do.
See, that's why I love the clear crystals. I love so much because, dude, it's like being a kid again, man. When you're a kid, you can look at things and you visualize and you fantasize. It's just you let your mind go.
Right.
And older you get, the less you do that. But see, crystals is me being a little kid again, because I look in them and all of a sudden I got that mind of a kid.
Right.
And I start seeing things like staring at clouds when you were a kid.
Right.
We stopped doing that. The older you get, you stop doing a lot of that because you're just, hooked into friggin' the system, and that's it.
Yep. This
okay,
is
I'm going to tell you one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I go to the shop, and I had to go get some Palo Santa. So I go up there, and I get that. And anyway, the crystal I walked out with was called an Orca agate, and it's called a flame cut. I'll put it on Twitter, and I'll send you a picture of this. Dude, you have got to see this Orca agate. It's the reason I call it Orca is because when you look at it, it's actually got like white spots, like Orca, black and white, and the crystal is darker. But man, it's some wicked stuff. And actually, I took that home, and when I got home, I didn't mess with it, put it up on the shelf, because I like looking at my stuff. And the other night, I grabbed that thing, and I was like, I haven't messed with it. And I sit there, and I was watching something, and I was holding it, looking at it. Well, I laid my hand down and held it in my hand, started watching kind of, TV, and all of a sudden, dude, I zoned out. My body was vibrating. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I looked down, and I thought, holy shit, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, man, this crystal. And, dude, I just kind of was like, damn. So then I went ahead and burned the sage and, mellowed out.
I just held Jose up to the camera. Jose, perfectly clear quartz. It's a very, very high-quality skull. It's a work of art, again, from Carolyn Ford. But crystal clear.
Is that the one with the Dr. Pepper story?
That's the one with the Dr. Pepper story. And I keep him close, man. He's just too cool. Anyway, you can see he's perfectly crystal clear, but he's got these veins, these imperfections that run down the center of the skull, and you can only see them from the side. From the back, it looks perfectly clear, and it's great. I see. You said orca, and I see a dolphin in this skull. I didn't want to say anything while you were talking, but as I was spinning the skull, I'm looking at it in the video here, and you can see it, man. You can see the fins, see the whole body of the dolphin and the dorsal fin. It's all right there. It's really, really cool. Really cool. Well, listen, Elf, tonight you get your recipe. Okay?
All right. I appreciate it, man.
Tonight you get your recipe. Do exactly what it says. That's it. Don't trip, and it will change your world. Okay? I guarantee it.
Well, wait a minute. Before I accept this email, if I come out there and I got the recipe, does that mean you're not going to give me any of your kebabs?
Oh, no. We'll do kebabs. We'll do kebabs.
Okay.
No, don't you worry about that.
Just stop this right now.
Well, now I'm going to give you a recipe for chicken. Okay? All right?
Okay.
Chicken and beef are two different things. I'm going to give you a recipe for chicken kebabs. You must master the chicken before you elevate into anything else. Are we clear on that?
We got a farmer out here. We got a farmer out here, dude, does organic chickens.
Yep.
And the breast, dude, are so big, you have to cut them in half. They're huge.
Well, it's
let you know.
That's what you have to do for my kebabs. So each piece of chicken is a half a breast. Yes. I'm kidding. I'm
I can
kidding.
do that, man.
I'll talk to you. Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
You're the best, man.
All right, dude. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a great weekend. Later. It's time to fade to black. That is Pat. That's the elf coming in strong. Now, I've got to take a break. This is Thursday night. It is Fader night with open lines all night long. You know the drill. You're going to hear my voice, then boop, you're going to go on hold and listen to music. It's really that simple. Boop, then you go on hold, you're going to listen to music. 747-228-2051. Pat's been waiting a long time for this recipe, but you know what? He's been a really good sport about it. And once I give him the recipe, see, that's why I'm holding back. Because if I give him the recipe, that's it. I'm cut off. He's not going to call the show anymore. He's not going to tweet anymore. He's just going to be running in the background, so I have to tease him. So I've got to give him the recipe in stages. I've held off for 3 years now. So he'll get the chicken, but that's it. That's it. Beef is a whole nother level. And so the grasshopper, right? You snatch the pebbles from my hand. Well, he got one pebble out. He's going to get the chicken. And then he will eventually get to the beef. But it's a game changer. Simple. But it's the combination of things that make it right. And I'm telling you, you're going to, he's going to look at this recipe and go, what? That's it. You don't sway off of it. Don't experiment. Don't play around. Don't do nothing. Just do what I'm telling you, and it is going to be great. That's a game changer. All right, Pat, 747-228-2051. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Open lines all night long. Fader night truly is the greatest night of the week. Your calls, your conversation, the paranormal, supernatural, UFOs, time travel, lost history, pop culture, guitars, obviously kebabs. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
This is Billy Carson with ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Forbidden Knowledge TV has just reached its 1-year anniversary. That's right, 1 year. And as a show of appreciation, we are giving all new subscribers a free 30-day trial of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's 30 days to binge watch thousands of movies, documentaries, conferences, workshops, lectures, yoga classes, meditation courses, and so much more. So log on to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv from your computer or mobile device, or get the Forbidden Knowledge TV app on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, iTunes, or Google Play today, and use coupon code 30daysfree. That's coupon code 30daysfree on ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network. Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of fade to black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2B Blend for 15% off of your order today.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to jimmychurchradio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We're of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. And you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernaut by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fader Night, open lines all night long. Your calls, your conversation, UFOs, paranormal, pop culture, food, guitars, all that stuff. Let's go straight back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy.
Yes.
Oh, this is Pat Strat.
Hey, man, how are you?
How are you doing? I got two science fiction movies for you, but first, you shocked the heck out of me last night.
What happened?
Well, I was sitting in my studio. I was replacing some pods in my one of my bases.
Uh-huh.
And then I heard you say pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
I says, oh my God! I says, I looked up. I raised my head and looked at the stars, and I says, Madonna mia. I says, Ma, what's this guy talking about? Pepperoni.
Yes.
Yeah, well, now I thought I knew everything, you know?
It means...
Being Italian.
It means bell peppers.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, I know.
I was up half of the night.
I know.
I was up half of the night. I was up half of the night texting my relatives.
Yeah, and they all told you the same thing. You mean you didn't know that? And you're thinking to yourself, what?
I'm freaking second generation, and I didn't know. I didn't even know if my mother and father knew that.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? All right, 2 science fiction movies.
All right. Okay. One. All right. They both came out in 2012. One was Prometheus.
Yep.
You remember that one?
Of course. Saw it in the theaters.
Yeah. You remember the storyline?
I do.
Because they were going to wipe us out.
Well, that was part of the... But that was part of the storyline. I think the dramatic, the overarching part of this. Oh man, Pat, are you gone?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, that's weird. It said that you left. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're still here. Is that was the origin story of man?
Right.
And now, okay. So, what was the second science fiction film?
Okay, and Battleship, what I thought was kind of underrated, I liked it.
Yeah, no, Battleship was cool. I like Battleship.
Yeah.
I liked Battleship. There was a few. Battleship came out. There was a few movies that kind of popped off at around the same time. Pacific Rim, Battle Los Angeles, Battleship, and they all came. And I thought that they were all great. I did. I really liked Battleship. I did, and I really liked Pacific Rim, and I really liked Battle Los Angeles. I thought those were all really good.
I did too. Yeah. But the thing about Battleship, I mean, it was the end of the movie. The song that I can't remember the name of the band. Or the song was great when it ended.
Oh well, see, when you call in, you've got to have that stuff ready to go. You got to tell me what that song is.
Yeah, it's oh my God, I ain't the son of a senator or oh God.
Okay.
They made Proud Mary. I can't.
They made Proud Mary. Okay.
Yeah, they wrote Proud Mary.
They wrote
the band.
I thought that wasn't that Kenny Loggins, or no Kenny Rogers.
No,
Kenny Rogers in the first edition.
Oh man,
and then wait a minute. Proud Mary song.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Creedence Clearwater Revival. It was written by John Fogerty. Oh, it was written by John Fogerty. Wow, and Ike and Tina Turner covered it. They made it a big hit, and so did Kenny Rogers in the first edition.
But the song at the end of the movie, that was their song.
Yeah. Or am I thinking of? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm thinking of now. Okay.
That was one of Fogerty's songs.
Hold on a minute here. So, Rolling on the River.
That's Proud Mary.
That's Proud Mary. And, I'm looking at, and so if you look up Rolling on the River, that pops up as Tina Turner, but it is Proud Mary. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure my mind wasn't failing me all of a sudden. Thank you for the phone call, Pat. No. Thank you for the phone call, man.
Okay.
Have a great night. Now go. Make
Happy
sure
birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you for that. Birthday. But what's more important is you got to make sure you did the wiring right on your new potentiometers on the base.
Yeah, it's now you tell me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, Pat. Have a good weekend, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Pat. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for that. Every time I have ever changed pots on a guitar, you go, you plug it in, you're all excited, you plug it in, and then you find out that you did it backwards. And you got to take everything apart. You did a clean soldering job. Everything was fine. It looked great. You were so proud of the soldering job that you did. And you step back and you look at it and you're like, that looks factory. Man, that looks so good. And you go back and have to undo it. And you're pulling all of that clean soldering off and you're ruining, just to make sure that you got it right the next time around. And it is such a drag when it happens that way. So, okay, let me see here. I'm going to answer these in order. Yeah. Good luck with that, Pat. Proud Mary. I knew that, Kenny Rogers did a version of it. I think that was the name of his TV show. I think his TV show was called Rolling on the River. I'm not making this up. Not making this up, but yeah, that was a Creedence song. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Yes, this is Brian and Priscilla in Arkansas. How are you tonight, Jimmy?
I'm doing good, Brian. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. First, so I don't forget, happy birthday, a few days early. Hope you have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I wanted to kind of, so we're new to your show. We heard you on Jeremy Scott's show a month or so ago.
Okay.
And enjoyed listening to you on his show, and so we've been listening to you ever since. But wanted to call in on Pat's phone call and kind of bounce off of what he was talking about. We're real big into crystals and just stones in general here. And I wanted to pass on that if the angel light really rocked him pretty good, if he'll take a seraphonite, a manganite, calcite, and a cluster, and I'm going to butcher this, but apophyllite, put those together.
Right.
He may really get some cool results when he goes to bed that night.
See, there are all kinds of books out there and people that are experts on this that will give you those recipes, right? Okay, so combine, man, if you go and you put one thing at the foot of your bed, another under your pillow, you hold one in each hand, and you put another one in your pajama pockets. And you're like, okay, all right. And they're like, man, you're going to really... And there are people out there that study this stuff. And I am sure that there are people that go to bed with one stone in their pajama pockets, right? And one in each hand. Yeah. One under your pillow, one on your nightstand. And go for it. I went through... I'll share this with you, Brian. I got this, it's too big to show on camera. It's too heavy. But I have roughly a 30-pound skull, okay? And it's dark, 30 pounds. It's bigger than a bowling ball. And it's a skull. And I put it at the foot of my bed next to the TV on the dresser, thinking that it looked cool, okay? Facing me.
Right.
I had to take it out of the bedroom. Had to take it out. And I'm not thinking, I'm just a doofus, right? It looks good. Looks good sitting there next to the TV. While I'm watching my science fiction movies, I can look at the skull. This is cool. This is great. I had the craziest dreams, man. And it got to the point where I'm thinking to myself, is this really happening? Is this the skull doing this? And it went for about 2 weeks. Took that downstairs. Man, I mean, like out of the bedroom, downstairs into the living room, and I got back to normal. So
yeah, what's it made out of?
Smoky
what
quartz.
Was it carved out of?
Smoky quartz.
Oh,
dark.
I've got a smoky. Yeah. I've got one that's fairly dark. It's nowhere near 30 pounds. This is baseball size. But it's one out in Arizona. But our big one, we just recently bought a 136-pound amethyst cathedral.
Oh, did you have that shipped to you, or did you get it at the store?
Absolutely. No, we had it shipped to us, $500 worth of freight.
Yeah, I can imagine. And how many feet around is it?
It stands it's just shy of about 33 inches tall.
Yeah.
And width, it's about 14 inches, and it's about 8 inches deep.
Oh,
it's got some real calcite intrusions in it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
But so how do you display it? Do you have like a little pin light to go down and to the bottom of it? How do you do it? Or do you give everybody a flashlight, right? How do you do it?
What we did, we've got it literally, we've got it sitting by our back French doors off to the side, and we've got some recessed lights, and one of them just happens to go straight down to it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's what we did. But yeah, it was when it arrived to us, the crate and all, it was 225 pounds, and it was just my wife and I. And so it was an afternoon affair to get it unpacked.
Yeah, I can imagine.
To say the least, it was tough. But yeah, you were saying, and I'll go ahead and cut this short. But you were saying how you didn't really whatever look cool. A lot of what we do is the same way. We're like Pat. We're into the metaphysicalness of the stones, and if it works, it works. That was an actual recipe that my wife was told, and she's actually used it. I had a crazy story where I was on my way to the Little Rock Airport. I absolutely was 40 minutes late. There was no way I was going to make my flight, and she said and worked with those 4 stones. And somehow I made it to the airport. I had 10 minutes to get to the gate, and I got to the gate, and the plane was just sitting there waiting on me. So it's like, okay, that recipe actually does work. But otherwise, we're the same way. If it looks cool together, it works together. So.
Yeah, I find out later what it does and what it's about. If I bond with it, if I think it looks cool, then that's where I go. If somebody says, "Hey man, this crystal will make you immortal and you'll live for an extra 200 years," and it doesn't look good, I'm not going to buy it. Right?
Yeah,
you follow what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
It's got to look cool. It's got to look cool. I'm all about that.
It took. We got our cathedral online from a company in Ohio. And it took us almost 2 months to make the decision. We looked, the manager sent us literally a picture of every cathedral that he had, and we went through them. We had him send some more pictures, different angle. I mean, it was not something we just jumped, because it had to be the right cathedral.
Have you been out to what do they call that crater? I just sneezed on the air. That's twice this week, and I haven't. I haven't sneezed on the air in 10 years, and suddenly twice in a week. What's that crater where everybody goes and finds the diamonds in Arkansas?
Okay, that is there. We have 2 places. The diamonds. I was thinking quartz.
Yeah, the diamonds.
The diamond mine. It's down. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's down in southwestern Arkansas. You basically go out literally in the middle of nowhere. A friend of ours did go down there, and he found one. They recommend you go down right after big heavy rain.
Right. Which this lady just found like a 4-carat diamond there last week. Made the news.
Ooh. Did not see that.
Yeah,
wow.
It makes me want to go. Hey, Brian, enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend, man. Thank you for the phone call. And Jeremy's great. I just got an email from Jeremy literally before the show tonight. How weird is that? All right, have a great night, Brian.
You too, Jimmy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And can you imagine getting the Crystal Cathedral? 100 and what did he say? 150 pounds, 175 pounds. I bet you that thing is beautiful. I bet you it's just absolutely stunning. I love my crystals, and I always appreciated them over the years. You see them and you go into people's houses and they've got these on display, and I used to wonder, where did they get that? How did they And now I know. I didn't know all of this stuff before, but now I'm full on, man. I am full on crystallized. I totally get it, and I totally dig it. I do. I was going to whip out some. You want to see something cool? Check this out. And I don't even know what kind of stone this is, but this is. It wasn't cheap. I'm just going to let you know now. This was not cheap. But it was one of those things where I saw it and I had to have it. I don't care about the stone. It's not a big deal to me. I bought this because I connected with it. And so check this out. It's a crystal skull. I don't know what the stone is, but it's got a Fibonacci sequence carved in where the ear would be there. And then on this side, it's got another Fibonacci carved into it. And that's it straight on. And I don't know, can you see the Fibonacci? Look at that. Isn't that the most beautiful skull ever? Look at that. It's just crazy how beautiful that is. And just so much. Look at the back. Look at what's going on inside of that crystal. It is alive. Man, this thing is just incredible. Horribly expensive. Like, lots of money. And I'm a wheeler and dealer. So I picked this thing out and I said, ooh, wow, let's cut a deal. Nope. Oh, come on. We gotta haggle. Nope. I was like, I gotta have it. I know you do. It's probably where I just blew my cover. But that is just a beautiful crystal skull. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Rod from Illinois.
It's who from where? It's who from where?
Roger from Illinois.
Roger from Illinois. How are you, Roger?
Good. Hey, got a couple of, actually one technical issue you might want to consider. Well, I don't know what you're going to be doing on your show coming up, but you ought to release your stuff Creative Commons.
Oh, too much to think about, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an idea. It'll get, people could copy your stuff. They can't slice it up. It's got to be in full content.
Yeah, and, I mean, I've looked into the past. The thing is we're so far along into our methodology and how we do things. We do this show 4 nights a week. If I did this show once a week and it was just on one specific thing, there was only one thing to worry about and one guest and whatever, Creative Commons or any other ideas are easier to do. We do this 4 nights a week. So let me tell you what happens on the other 3 nights that we're not doing this show, Roger. We're booking 3 or 4 guests for the week. We're dealing with 3 or 4 sets of research. We're dealing with 3 or 4 books that have to be read. We're dealing with 3 or 4 bios and pictures and artwork. And all of this stuff 3 or 4 times has to go out into different social media platforms. Everything, and we haven't even done the show yet. And the show is live. It's not recorded. If it was recorded, you can record it at any time, and whatever and it's once a week. It's there's no pressure. You can do this.
What's the big issue with it? Like the copyright issue. Like, how does it work? With your? I mean, can I link to your stuff you upload?
No.
From another site?
No.
No. Okay. So you're stuck within that little ecosystem.
Well, sort of. I mean, everything is copywritten, but everything is tied to. Okay. Just let me put it to you this way: we have a hard copyright on all of our material, and everything is time stamped and dated as it goes out. The show is big enough that the audience is wide and large. If somebody now chooses, and there's plenty of people out there with bad intentions, if somebody wants to steal this content, they're going to do it. There's too many people out there that watch this show, and I can't monitor everybody. I expect for people to have morals and not to steal the content of this show. If they do, that's on them. Karma will come back and fix them later. With us, it's just gotten too big, and I can't monitor. Nobody can. It's impossible. And so whether it's Creative Commons or Content ID or content matching or publishers that do that monitor everything. It's impossible, and things slip between the cracks. And so, like, how do you get around Creative Commons? How do you get away from a search algorithm or something that's matching video frame rates and color and or audio, right? Well, they change.
Oh, I see.
They change it.
Right.
They change up the speed.
Yeah.
They change the pitch. They'll change the color. They'll change the frame rate. And that's how you can watch a movie that isn't that's copyrighted, but the movie still plays. You know, they'll speed it up, they'll slow it down, they do whatever they wanted. And it's like if somebody's going to go through that kind of effort, and it's done by automation, I just can't do anything. I don't care anymore. I used to really get, you know, there are YouTube channels, there are that. Absolutely are fake Fade to Black channels that have all of our shows on it. What am I going to do? And I would go and I pull those channels down and get them taken down. I would get an email from them, right, from whoever the channel was taken down. Dude, we're in the Philippines. This is run by automation. You took down one channel, but the new channel's going up in 5 minutes. You know, and I would get, I got those emails all the time. All the time.
Yeah, see,
every time
years ago I ran a really good sized news site, and I got censored back in 2016. I was getting about 1.2 million views a day. And I reviewed one of your shows you had with Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Passed it, 10-point fact check, beautiful. And I looked at, I get to the end, it's like, you know, you've got the copyright. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna touch this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it. If I even link to it, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, you might have missed out on, I don't know, quite a few views. But that was then.
But see, the point is, I just expect people to respect it. I'm not out to ruin people's lives. I know that right now, I mean, I get emails every single day, dude. Somebody is, pimping your stuff. Somebody's monetizing your stuff. You know what? If they morally wake up in the morning and think that that's a cool thing to do, then they're a corrupted individual. They're foul. They're burnt to the core, right? Their heart is a black piece of coal. I'm not going to change that person. And
that's true.
I don't care. I don't care. Life is too short. I'm going to be 58 this weekend, Roger. I'm going to be 58.
Hey, you're hitting my age, man.
Yeah,
you're young.
Yeah, I'm going to be 58. And
that means you're going 23, right?
Yeah, exactly. 24. And see the
24. Okay.
Yeah, 24. But I'm at the age now where my time left on this planet, and you start to realize how finite it is. I just want to have fun. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to this. I don't want to chase people down. I don't care. I really don't. I don't have time for negativity. I just want to enjoy and smile every minute of every day. It's not possible, but that's my goal, right? I just want to be happy.
There you go.
I just want to have my bliss. And if people out there want to spend their... Okay, here's a question for you. Here's a question. Mm-hmm. If you live to the age of 70, how many days are you alive? Is it 2,500, 25,000, 250,000, or 2.5 million days? Which one is it?
It's 25,000.
It's 25,000. And so, that's right. So I'm 58. How many days left if I live to 70? Right. Well, now I'm getting, I'm getting to the point where, you know what? My 2,000 days that I have left, right? I'm going to live it the way I want to live. That's it, man. That's it. And most people think that life lasts forever. You know, if you are at the age of 30, you've got 15,000 days left. And you're at the age of 30, and they don't get it. What do you mean 15,000? That's all you got. And right now you're wasting time talking to me. Get out there and go do something fun. Right?
I hear you.
It's really true. Roger, thank you for the phone call. I just blew past a commercial break. Have a great weekend. Yeah.
Okay, you too, man.
Have a great one. Thank you so much.
Right,
this is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Blew right through a commercial break like it was nothing. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Fader Night. Open lines all night long. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Fadernauts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Yeah. The bunker cam was on during the break, and I'm like, did I do anything? Did I do anything strange? And just for fun, off and on. All right, Thursday night, Fader Night, open lines all night long, 747-228-2051. Got a bank of calls in front of me. Let's get them all out. It's your calls, your conversation. Whatever, UFOs, lost history, paranormal, supernatural, conspiracy, time travel, lost history, pop culture. I keep saying that, it's everything that happens to, we got guitars in tonight, oddly enough. So there you go. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, it's Bill from Massachusetts.
Bill from Massachusetts. How you doing, Bill?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
It's Thursday night, Bill. Come on, man. It's the best night of the week, and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Right, Jimmy, I'm talking to you. best night for me too, Jimmy.
Yeah. And you're home. You're in the middle of witch land, and it's October. Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Man.
I make a yearly trip out there with my son every year.
Yeah, right on. And you've got a great accent. Okay, just got to say it. Say lobster roll for me. Just do it.
Lobster roll. How about park the car?
Yeah. You know what? That was my second choice. That was too obvious. All right, man. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind, Bill?
I wanted to talk to you about a couple experiences I had, and just run them by you. I want to see what you think of them.
Okay.
So first one, my father passed away about last February. He was a young man still, and I had this experience where I was very down. I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I happened to be outside drinking a coffee. And I was just really down, questioning, will I ever see him again? What really happens when you die? Things like that, which is something I'm very interested in. And now I'm a sky watcher. I go out every night. I'll look up at the sky, just, looking because I'm interested in that. And Jimmy, I've never seen a meteor shower. And all of a sudden I saw a meteor shower right as I questioned it. And then that night I had a dream, and it was around the time you had talked to Mark Sims, and it was a UFO dream where I saw a UFO, and I tried to snap a few pictures of it, and this is a dream, of course. And I got the pictures. I'm all excited. I go to show them to someone. They're gone. They're erased, completely gone. So I look kind of crazy to people. And the kicker of this is, I end up coming in contact with this UFO again, and I come on the inside of it. And on the outside, it's a very small ship. It doesn't look very big. But when I was on the inside, it was huge. It was like a big warehouse building almost. And so I went walking around in it, and I started to feel very uncomfortable. And I noticed other people in there that I had known. And as I'm walking around, I'm starting to realize I gotta get the hell out of here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know who's here, why I'm here. And I go to leave. And somehow I don't really know how to explain this, but telepathically I was told, oh no, I thought I had gotten away, and come to find out, no, I didn't get away. I was in some type of a simulated reality the whole time. It just really freaked me out,
Okay, let me. I just want to comment really quick because the UFO thing is great, but let's back up to the meteor shower for a second. Before I say something that just it would be stupid to say, which is, the meteor shower happened for you. Well, no, it didn't, but it did. Let me explain. The universe has a very strange way of being inside your head. It just does. And you wanted to see a meteor shower. Now, the universe knew that there was a meteor shower happening that night. So it didn't happen for you. You got pulled out, and you don't even know why, to be at the right place at the right time. And that's the part about it that I am convinced, and you're thinking about it, and boom, you look up and you see your first meteor shower, and you're thinking that's not luck, right? That's not coincidence. You need to just step back and say to yourself, okay, how did this happen? I've been wanting to do this. I was just thinking about this, and boom, I'm seeing it now. This is crazy. Well, yeah, the meteor shower didn't show up for you. You showed up for it. And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about the universe, man. And I love it. And I'm glad that you took the moment to appreciate it and to try to figure it out, and then to turn around, remember it, and then call me and share that story with us. I think it's great. Now, Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, you've been a great source of comfort for me over the past year or two. There haven't been as much going on lately, not as many parties or anything with people. So having Fade to Black to listen to and something to keep my mind busy with work and everything else.
Right,
man, I really appreciate it.
No, I
Just
appreciate.
keep doing what
No, I appreciate you, Bill, and I mean that. I've got to get to these other calls, but hopefully you'll take the time to call back in. And we'll discuss that little UFO encounter of yours. That sounds really cool.
I will be calling back. My first time. It won't be my last.
Thank you so much.
Happy early Fade to Black.
Fade to Black. Thank you for the birthday wishes, man.
Hell yeah, man. Take care.
I'll talk to you. That's Bill from Massachusetts, and I'm not kidding about that, man. Massachusetts. You know, and everything that went on there over the years. Crazy, right? Crazy. Okay, let's see here. By about a minute. It's a long time, though, but a minute longer than this other caller. I'm going in order. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Dean from Reno.
D from Reno.
Yes.
Right.
Before we start, I want to say that I have never, ever seen Battleship. But the song at the end is Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, yes. No, you're right. You're right. It's Fortunate Son, Creedence. Yes. A great song, by the way. A great song. You know,
indeed.
Yeah, and, you know, tonight talking about Chet Powers, who died, but he wrote, Get Together. And when people think about the 60s, they may not even know it, but it's that song, right? It's that song. That's the song. It's in every movie, every documentary, every TV show, any commercial that's got, some 60s reference to it. It's Get Together by the Youngbloods. And today I went and listened to it, cranked it here in the bunker, because right when those guitars take off, and it's that's like 1963, 1964. It is stereo, right? They got a guitar coming out of one side and a bass coming out of the other, and just stereo. Wow, just what a great song. Okay, I'm sorry, D. You called me. What's on your mind?
Well, I just was calling to tell you that once again, as God is my witness, I didn't know turkeys couldn't fly. I'm quoting things I haven't seen.
You know what? Still, WKRP. Every time,
never seen it.
Right. And every time I hear that line, it takes me back to that special place, man. And thank you for that, D. Have a great night and behave and be well.
Have a great evening and happy birthday. In 20 more years, will catch up to me.
Thank you so much. All right.
Take care.
Thank you, D. That's D from Reno. I didn't know turkeys couldn't fly. And wow, that's really cool. So yeah, Fortunate Son at the end of Battleship, and that's a great. Battleship was a good movie, and there are, it got panned and things, and the same thing happened though with Pacific Rim. And I didn't get the bagging on that film. I thought it was great. I really did. I thought it was great. All of them, all of the Pacific Rims turned out to be really, really, really good. Okay, let me see here. Let me move this down. We're going to check on this one. Okay. All right. But Battleship was good, and so was Battle Los Angeles. And when Battle Los Angeles came out, I was living in West L.A. I was living in Venice Beach, but I was working at on the corner across. Okay, so and I'm not making this up. Battle Los Angeles. There's probably 15 minutes of the film takes place at the West LA police station on Santa Monica Boulevard. Inside the jail cells, this, that, in the parking lot. That literally was filmed there and was across the street from where I worked. I could look out at the police station. It was right here. I mean, not down the street, not a block away, across the street. And it was so cool to see the movie like that, where it's in your neighborhood, and they did it accurately. The 105 freeway, the 405, the 10 freeway, all that action. I knew every on-ramp and off-ramp. And they're on the radios talking to each other about streets and things. These are my streets. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey. Who's this?
Hey, this is Pat. Pat from Charleston.
Another Pat. 3 Pats tonight?
I know.
What are the odds of that?
It's too weird.
Yeah, and not coincidence. That can't be coincidence. You guys all reached out to each other, dude. All of us Pats. We're all calling Fade to Black tonight. I've never had 3 Pats on the show. That's too cool. All right, what's on your mind, man?
That's the universe.
Yeah, it is. Straight up. It's on you, Pat. You called me, remember?
All right. I want to ask you 2 questions, and then I want to talk real quick about 2 movies. So I was listening to you with Mr. Billy last week, and you put out an invitation. I don't know if it was an open invitation or you were just being nice to everybody, but, man, I'd love to get on that trip to Egypt with you guys, and I don't know how I would do it, but how would you get involved? And I was just wondering, was that a real invitation?
Yeah. We're going to Egypt in March, and let's see. I think it's okay. I got it. I got the website right here. It's wetravel.com. Are you on Twitter?
Nope.
Okay.
Not a Twitter guy.
Are you a Facebook guy?
I am.
Okay. Go to my Facebook page right now after you hang up with this call, right? And just for you, I'm going to call this Facebook post. This is for Pat in Charleston. And see, you're getting your own Facebook post. Okay?
Nice.
Okay. All right. Is it E-N? How do you spell Charleston?
CHARLESTON.
That's what I did. Okay. This is for Pat in Charleston. Our trip to Egypt. Everybody say hi to Pat. Okay? See how cool. See how cool I am. All right. Boom.
I couldn't think of I couldn't think of 2 people that would be better to go than you and Billy.
Okay, so there it is. It's on my Facebook page for Jimmy Church. It's up there. It's posted right there. This is for Pat in Charleston.
Fantastic.
Oh man, there you go. It's up, and that trip is the end of February through March 12th. Okay.
Right. So let me mention 2 movies. This first movie, it changed me, man. Slaughterhouse 5.
Amazing movie. Which one though? Which one?
Well, I didn't know there were 2.
I believe there's an original. Hold on.
Well, I like the original one. I've never seen a remake.
Oh, I thought. Wait a minute. Didn't they remade it in 1972? That's the original. And I could have sworn there was a remake. The book was 1969. Okay. Okay, I could be wrong. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, yeah, one's the book. Okay, I thought that they remade it in the 2000s. But I could be wrong.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you can remake that thing. It was too good.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man.
Silver Boot. Silver Boots got me. The Silver Boots.
Yeah.
I was just like,
yeah.
And then the other movie that kind of really it was a strange thing, and I did some research after I watched the movie about the book, Naked Lunch.
One of the best. I have the book.
That's a crazy.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Now, Slaughterhouse-Five, everybody, is like this crazy, disconnected, disjointed, strange time travel film, movie, portal. Or a guy, he was in, he's like in Manhattan. I could be wrong about that.
Right.
And that he was behind enemy lines in somewhere in Europe in World War II. And Prisoner of War.
German Gulag.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, it's great film. Anyway, so that's, and if you haven't seen Slaughterhouse-Five, it's an absolute required viewing for great cinema. But let's fast forward here. The thing about Naked Lunch is when you read the book, which I have, and you get through that, don't smoke any weed. You got to be sober, because if you're high when you read Naked Lunch, you may not come back. All right, it's that simple.
It'll scare you.
Yeah, you may not come back from that one. But the book is amazing. I mean, straight up science fiction, drugs, dystopian thing, right?
It was. They labeled it as obscene.
Yeah, obscene. Well, the movie was obscene. What are you talking about? Okay, so anyway,
yes, it was.
So was it Cronenberg that made the movie? Or is it David Lynch?
I'm just stuck on Peter Weller's face.
Yeah. Peter Weller is amazing in it. Naked Lunch movie. I just can't remember. It was Cronenberg. See, do I have a great memory? To pull David Cronenberg out of my butt live on the air as a director for Naked Lunch, that's an award. I deserve an award. That's pretty good. Anyway, Peter Weller, and everybody in the film, though, everybody is just crazy. Roy Scheider,
the scene that
Judy Davis.
The scene that almost got me. The scene that almost got me, Jimmy, was towards the end of the movie when he was deep into his bug juice and they were hanging from the ceiling and he's grabbing that tube and suck. I was like, golly.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah. So, the way that Cronenberg made the movie was because Naked Lunch is like a really bad dream. All right, that's what it is, a really bad dream. And you come out of it and somehow you're like, that dream could be a movie. And you write it out, and then you make the movie exactly how it happened in your brain when you were dreaming. And Cronenberg pulled it off. He pulled it off. The movie is about as creepy and so weird, and the bugs and the sex and the drugs and the bugs, the poison, and he's all of it, and his job, and everybody sitting around.
The typewriter.
Yeah, well, the typewriter too. But I'm talking about his friends that are all like poets and things that would hang out at coffee houses, but instead they're hanging out doing bug powder and just tripping. And you don't know what's going on. And I have always held Naked Lunch, that movie, in the very highest of caliber.
It was something, man.
It's something.
It's by itself.
Yep, and nobody talks about it. What? I don't get it. I thought, Naked Lunch, for me, I'll never forget the first time that I saw it. I had already had the book. I still have the book. And the book freaked me out, and I just loved it so much. It scared the crap out of me. But when the movie came out, it was so accurate to where my brain went while reading the book. The movie was right there, was right there. And,
Yeah.
and people should talk about that movie more than they do. They never do. I think this is the first phone call I've ever had about Naked Lunch.
It's a great movie. So the last thing I want to discuss, I know you got other guys wait. So Jimmy, I've been listening to you for a while, but I don't know why you quit using Göbekli Tepe as your sign off. Is it true? Were some people upset with it? Or?
No. Rita, I have a pretty large extended Armenian family. And a lot went down between Armenia and Turkey in the genocide. And when that happened, millions of Armenians were killed and murdered.
Right.
And Göbekli Tepe is in modern day Turkey. And it's not back when Göbekli Tepe was built. That was the Armenian highlands. That was Armenia. Turkey took it over. The whole situation's a bad scene between Armenia and Turkey and the genocide and everything else. And now this beautiful site that is there, which is Armenian, is in Turkey. And Turkey's like claiming it as their own. Well, 2 years ago, there was a war that broke out on the borders of Armenia, and Turkey got involved. And the next thing you know, this thing, and it was just not cool to say Göbekli Tepe, which is Turkish, to say that on the air, out of respect to all of the Armenians of the world. And that's why I stopped. I love saying Göbekli Tepe. I love it. I signed off every show, every commercial, every phone call. Look, I get it. I love it. I have Göbekli Tepe T-shirts, but out of the respect to all of the Armenians of the world, I didn't want to rub it in their noses. They don't need to hear it, and that's why I stopped. Now, does that not mean that I will go back to it? I just did. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe.
You know what? It is. They haven't scratched the surface of that thing yet.
Yep.
It is so immense.
Yep, and they just found another one. So there's 12 tepes now, 11 that surround the original Göbekli Tepe. So they have those, and then there is a new Tepe site that is a couple of dozen miles away, and I will start to talk about that more. I just want some distance in between me and that war that broke out 2 years ago, because that really sucked.
Sure.
So there you go. Hey, Pat, head to my Facebook page. There's all of your info.
I'll do it.
Let me see how many likes. Let me see how many likes you've got here so far, Pat. Let's see if Pat from Charleston. They're not racking up yet. Well, there's 8. Oh, wait a minute. You got some hellos here, though. Okay. That's all that matters, right? Let's see here. Hello, Pat in Charleston. Hi, Pat. There you go, Pat. You're famous. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend.
All right, Jimmy. Thanks.
Thank you. That's a great phone call right there. And Göbekli Tepe. There you go. All right. I got to head to a commercial. It's Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader night, open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to wtih.com. That's wtih.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to wtih.com. That's wtih.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to wtih.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's wtih.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from Rivermoon. Just click on the Rivermoon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
When you're in the house for longer periods of time, you can see them flying or running across the floor. Ooh, yuck. They're unhealthy, gross, and disgusting. Bugs. I loathe bugs. We keep a clean home, but occasionally bugs show up. Well, I found something that is tougher than bugs. Orange Guard. On contact, it kills hidden bugs, including ants, roaches, and fleas. Plus, Orange Guard is a residual repellent. All of the ingredients of Orange Guard are on the FDA generally recognized as safe list. Orange Guard may be used around food, humans, and pets. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Orange Guard, available at orangeguard.com, Whole Foods, and Ace Hardware.
Gold loves chaos, uncertainty, and disarray. History shows us what gold does when people aren't sure about the government, the stock market, their jobs, or their retirement savings. Our national debt is skyrocketing. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against inflation and a stock market that might take years to recover. So what can you do right now to protect yourself? Call United Gold Group. We offer gold and other precious metals delivered securely within 72 hours. Are you worried about the stock market? We can also help you set up a real gold or silver IRA or a 401k. Safe and secure. United Gold Group makes gold ownership affordable. Call now and get up to $2,500 in free gold or silver with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534 or visit unitedgoldgroup.com.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? Thursday night, Fader night. Open lines all night long. Another great Fader night. It's always great. Thursday nights are just fantastic. It's my favorite night of the week. And let's go. Let's just get straight back to it. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy Church. This is Dave at Large.
Dave, producer at large. Dave P. How you doing, man?
Well, I've actually made it to my destination, my trip. Started out at the beginning of September, and now I am back in California and listening to Fade to Black for the first time, starting at 7 p.m. So that's a new trip for me to get used to.
Yeah, right on. Right on. Welcome home.
So I wanted to thank you. I wanted to wish you a happy pre-birthday if I don't make it to the particular day, but wanted to wish you a happy pre-birthday. You and I both were born in the year of the Lucky Pony, 1963. So,
well played,
it was
Dave.
A special year. So, but yeah, I just got back here. I got reunited with my slew and assortment of crystals for the first time. Just got them powered up. But this is, I'm really glad I got a chance to make this road trip. I know you had a couple of great shows about people checking in on their road trips. And I started out in New York, went down the East Coast, cut across the Southwest, and back up to Central Coast here, where I'm at now.
Yeah, right on.
And so one thing I got to say about seeing everything in America, it's beautiful. Go see it, find out for yourself. Everywhere that I went, there's something to love, something to hate, and there's something you'll like, something you won't. And there is very good and there's very bad. But no matter where you go, every place has its own beauty if you look for it, and its own brand of cray-cray. And everybody does their own thing a little bit different. And there are people in between just living their story. So, it was an incredible experience. I made it down through, I went from Austin up to Roswell, and Roswell into Santa Fe, Sedona, and that whole area.
Right.
So, but one of the things that I did, did get to when I was in Austin, I managed to visit the Dallas Temple there. That was interesting. I got the Dallas Temple and the Buddhist Temple. I got to spend time just like one-on-one with the evening recitation with the Buddhist priest there. And just me and him being the only two people in this big hall. And believe me, the vibe on there was pretty intense. I mean, it was a great experience. But the Dallas Temple was also very cool. It's a sister temple to the couple of the temples they have here in Los Angeles.
Right.
It's the Temple of Matsu. And but one of the things I was uncomfortable with was they had to be a lot more vigilant. It wasn't as open as it usually is, like I'm used to in LA and whatnot, because they've had incidents of vandalism that have sprung up in the last couple of years. So in the last 2 years, as a matter of fact. So I couldn't get in to see everything there, but it made me realize something, that whenever what is happening in the picture, but whenever you sow ignorance, the harvest is always going to be bitter. We're at a harvest season. So whatever the things is that you've been putting out, that's what people are going to be getting back. And if people have been sowing ignorance, and guess what? It happens out there. The harvest is going to be bitter. Getting the guidance personally, just to, before it was speak truth, now it is face truth. No matter what it is, the good, the bad news. It's like I try to skirt around it, but it's just telling me right now, face whatever the truths are that you're seeing in the world, but face the most important ones in yourself.
Yeah. Did you face the truth at Guero's in Austin? Did you go to Guero's?
Everywhere I went, it was just a drive-through, so I didn't get to.
Oh, you didn't go to Guero's. That's a temple. Guero's is a temple. Okay, so you didn't go to Guero's. I was hoping that you did. That place is amazing. What about Roswell? What did you do there? Did you go to the site?
No. I drove from Roswell up to Santa Fe, but I did not do the site. No. I mean, the first thing I noticed when I got out of the car in Roswell to check into the motel, there was somebody straight out of Twin Peaks, a burnt man, ducking behind the parking lot there of the hotel and going around the corner. So I was like, nah, I ain't going around here waiting for somebody to come up and ask me for a light after dark. No.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I drove from Laughlin.
Yeah, Roswell has got everything that you need to find is in that city, man. Roswell is amazing. Well, that's a heck of a road trip. And where are you on the Central Coast now?
I'm near Monterey.
Okay. Southern,
nice area.
Yeah, Southern Central, I would say. I would call that. Central Coast, yes.
San Francisco.
Yeah. For me, Central Coast is north of San Francisco. You get up to like Fort Bragg, then and head up north. But yeah, that whole stretch, once you get past Morro Bay is almost, that's like South Central. It's South Central Coast. But from Morro Bay all the way up to San Francisco is probably the most beautiful drive that you can take. People talk about it all the time. They do. It's in every movie, every TV commercial has got some bridge on the Central Coast there in it because it's that beautiful. But when you do the drive and you actually take you're like, this is where it's at. I don't know why I live where I do. I need to be somewhere in here. And
there's still some points around. Actually, I found the Mojave pictures I threw up there. The Mojave was pretty breathtaking to drive in from Arizona over the border into California and into the Mojave, in the middle of the Mojave. That's pretty devastating to know that you're in the middle of an environment where if anything goes wrong, you're in serious trouble.
Oh, nobody will find you. No, nobody will find you. There are stretches there where you will be on the freeway in the Mojave, and there's even smaller freeways where you are the only car. In front of you and back of you, nobody's passing you, and
line, and the lines turn into this parallel infinite point that's on the horizon.
Forever,
and it's straight in both directions.
Yeah, forever, straight. It's a David Lynch movie, and
it's mind blowing.
Yeah,
I can see how people lose their minds out there, and definitely got some digital anomalies in my photographs while I was on vacation, doing this little travel bit because, especially in Joshua Tree, there was a couple of places, but I was seeing some of the photographs I did of myself, like these little rainbow arcs. Yeah, I used to play with, sun effects and stuff, coming up in a lot of these, but I took a picture of Crossroads in Joshua Tree where I wanted to take a picture of it before I went and left a little something there, take some pictures. And I got these light streaks going down right into the middle of the crossroads there. So I don't know exactly what it is I'm picking up on, but I usually don't get this many things happening. So,
what I love about that area in between the 15 and the California coast, that part of the Mojave. Now, all the secret stuff goes on out there, and that's for sure. That's 100% confirmed. It's just the world that we live in, Edwards and Skunk Works and all that stuff. But when you're driving through off of the 15 and you're coming in on like the 58 or whatever, and you're driving across, one thing happens that I think is very strange. You can drive 50 miles and not see a house, right? Not see anything man-made, not see a street light, not see anything off in the distance, no farmland, nothing, right? And then all of a sudden, off in the distance, to the right or to the, you'll see a house, right? And you drive, and you think to yourself, who lives there? Who lives? And some of these houses are pretty nice.
People towing boats around,
yeah,
motorboats.
Yeah, it's like, who lives there, and how often do they shop? Right, you got to get food. Where are you going for food? Does Amazon make deliveries out here? FedEx, the mail? What are you doing? Where's the closest post office? What are you doing? Where do you get gas? You're driving to a gas station 50 miles in one direction. So what? You're burning up 100 miles worth of gas just to get it. All these things pop into my head with those houses that are out there in the middle of nowhere. And whatever they're doing, whatever they are doing, whatever they're doing, nobody knows about. and nobody will ever find out. Right? I mean, that's it. Let your mind go where it will. Hey, Dave, thank you for the phone call, man, and welcome home.
Great. Thank you very much.
Behave and be well.
All right.
Dave at large. He's been on the road now. I am going to guess. I think Dave's been on the road for the better part of a year. Maybe longer. And now he didn't go back to South Central. He went to the Central Coast, and Monterey, that whole area, Carmel, Monterey Bay, beautiful. Oh, there's a great documentary out, and I think it's called. It might be 3 parts: Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. The Man Who Saw UFOs. I could have that right. Somebody look that up. Post it up in Twitter. The Man That Saw UFOs. It is a great documentary. A 3-parter, 1, 2, 3. Takes place right there in Monterey. It's incredible. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Well, I hope there's a drum roll involved here. You ready?
Sort of.
This is caller number 2.
What?
Giovanni, my brother.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness gracious. How you doing? Well, you missed show 1500 last night, but you're calling in on 1501.
I know. I thought I'd at least pop in and say, yo, man, 1500, holy crap, man.
Wow, that is insane. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just so proud of you, and just seeing how you evolved from nothing, my brother, to awesomeness, and it's just been so cool to watch your climb to fame and all the followers you have. And man, I remember back in the day, dude, you're trying to get all the settings set correctly and dropping calls, and it was just one thing after another, and we finally got you where you needed to be. You know?
Yeah, oh man, I don't even know how we took calls back then.
I honestly think you got a lot more than 1500 because I don't think you started till a certain point in time.
Yeah, no, that's true. If
you remember, you were doing shows for quite some time before you started taking calls.
And before I started numbering. And
yeah, exactly.
Back in the day when you called in, I had a couple of landlines, regular landlines that came into normal phones, and those phones went into a decoder. And that separate box would separate the earpiece, right? So you have your microphone and your headphone on a normal telephone. Well, so that would separate the phone lines out, and then I could bring those into the console. And I had 2 of those boxes and 2 phone lines. And then you had to dial this knob on the front that would separate you from me, right? And I was constantly dialing it during the show. I was it never.
And I remember we had several conversations for a couple weeks ago. I'm going, man. All of a sudden, I'm listening, and then you're like 1,000% higher. You're going, I know, man. I know. I'm trying to get it down.
Yeah, I'm twisting that knob. It was different with every single phone call, and so those boxes were expensive, man. And
really?
They were like I had 2. They were like $500 each. And never quite worked right. They're in a box somewhere. So I did that for probably 6 months. And this is before voice over internet and, telephone lines. And I'm not even sure Skype was around. Maybe it was. But it was difficult to get that done. And then we ended up getting a separate software thing and used that for a while. Then we switched to another company and tried that. And now I'm on like my 5th generation of software. But But yeah, you were there, man. You were there at the beginning. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, I remember when we finally got you on Twitter, and then I kept telling you, I go, man, because the way this thing was just mushrooming, I kept saying, you're gonna have to come up with a name for all these followers, man. It's like you're gonna have to create this something, and then everybody started throwing their 2 cents, and then finally the Fadernauts arrived, and that was awesome. And then I remember at some point when they invited you to Coast, and I was saying, man, I hope they just don't pull you over there and bring you on staff there and have you drop your show, and then they drop you, and they're just doing it just to get you out of the picture. So all kinds of stuff was going on way back then, man.
Yeah,
cool.
Yep. And that was, one of the things for me with Coast. I ended up being there for six and a half years. But I told them in the beginning, Fade to Black is staying where it's at, and if I'm going to come on Coast, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to book my own guest. That's it. I don't want no. Do your thing, man. I was like, well, yeah, you're going to tell me whatever I want to hear, so you can get me over there. But I'm just telling you right now, that's the way it is. And for the most part, I would say nearly 100%. It wasn't quite 100%. But for the most part, I did my own thing. I gave them my guest list for who I was booking on the show. I sent them the bios and whatever, and that was it. And they just did it. Nobody said yes or no or had to approve it. No, it was never like that. And I would think, Giovanni, I'm going to be straight. There was only 2 guests, maybe 2 over 6.5 years that they said no. And
that's cool.
And that's it. And I think those 2 guests are pretty obvious to everybody. But I thought that I could break the ice and maybe get them back onto Coast, and I would be able to be the silver-tongued devil and talk them into it. It didn't happen. But other than that, the 200 or 300 shows I did at Coast over 6.5 years, maybe more. I've never counted up all of my Coast shows, but out of all of those shows, those were Jimmy Church, and that's it.
That's cool.
That's it. And so they treated me right.
That's fantastic. I still, like I said, I still remember in the inception, man, when you were saying, man, I'm going to have so-and-so, and I'd get sweaty palms knowing you're going to have some big UFO celebrity, and you're like, oh my God, he's coming on, from Giorgio to David Childress to you name it. It was just fun watching all the energy, and it was just amazing. It's just like this volcano just slowly simmering, and here you are, brother. That's so awesome, man.
And you were there at the beginning, and I'll never forget that. So thank you so much.
I got one quick personal question, man. I haven't been able to listen as often as I'd like. I never hear you mention Mama anymore. What's going on with Rita? Did you guys split up, or are you guys together? I just don't hear her name ever again.
And I'm just going to be straight with you, man. My private life is private. My public life is public. And there's your answer, Giovanni.
Okay, I appreciate that, man.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. Life is beautiful. Thank you so much.
And now you're in the desert. You're in the high desert, huh?
I am certainly right there. Yes, I am. Okay. I am in the desert.
All right, my brother. Well, thanks for touching base, and glad to hear you're doing well, man.
I'll talk to you soon, Giovanni. Be safe and don't be a stranger.
All right, my brother. Thanks.
I'll talk to you, man. And that's a Gobekli Tepe right there. Thank you, Giovanni. Giovanni truly was the second caller ever on this show. And if we go back originally, I forget his name, Art Bell's partner. God, I can't remember his name now. It's been so many years. So he calls me up and he's like, so Jimmy, man, I want you to do an open lines night. I'm like, no, that's too Art Bellish, and that's an Art Bell thing. No, I want you to do an open lines night. I said, but I'm not prepared. I didn't. You'll be fine. Just do it. And that's how that happened. And I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. And now it's like my favorite night of the week. God, what was that guy's name? Kevin? I can't remember his name. I haven't heard. I guess he's out of the business. Art's no longer with us. I don't even know. That network was called I almost said it twice now. Dark matter, dark digital, dark matter. Is that even still on the air? I have no idea. I have no clue. It's been a long time. All right. Yeah, dark matter digital, dark matters radio, dark matter. Oof. Official proof that I'm going to be 58. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Daryl.
This is who?
This is Daryl.
Daryl, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my brother, I'm calling from your former state, South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, Daryl. All right. How close are you?
Man.
How close are you to Union Avenue?
I'm a little bit away, probably a bit, yeah. 20 minutes. Union Avenue, that's in South Bend?
It's the street that Notre Dame is on.
Yes, yeah. That's Notre Dame Avenue there, and Eddy Street. I'm like 20 minutes away.
Okay, just checking in, man, making sure you're really from South Bend. I love that city, man.
Yeah, brother. Hey, man, we got the reason I first caught your show. I'm a former touring guitarist, also with Motown, so I was admiring all your guitars.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right, what kind of guitar do you got? I've got Daryl.
I'm a Strat man.
So am I. So you can see that. Okay. Let's. I've only got about 90 seconds. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. Quick story. One of your friends. I was looking at listening to your PA, and your Miss Vivica Fox has played cards in my sister's basement.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, man. Back in the day. Yeah. I used to live out there. I was a guitarist with Junior Walker and the All-Stars, so I lived out there back in the day and off of Barham Boulevard.
Yep, everybody lived on Barham.
Yeah, that's where all the musicians were, baby.
That's where they all were, man. Still are too. Still are. Everybody's still in Barham. That part of LA.
Yeah, man.
It ain't changed. It's the same.
Yeah, still the same. Yeah, that's back when Motown was right at Sunset and Vine there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Barry Gordy had his office in there. His son was in there.
Yeah.
I think his son still lives in Beverly Hills. So there you go.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, man, hey, you're doing a great job. I've always been following the UFO scene since like the 80s. So one of these times we'll get a little more chance to chat, and we can maybe like reminisce on a few things.
Absolutely, Daryl. Call me back any Thursday night. All right.
Sounds good, my brother. Stay blessed, man.
Fade to black, Daryl. That's what you do. Thank you, man.
Fade to black.
I'll talk to you.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
Right on. And former guitarist of Motown, and he's a Strat man. That's a great phone call right there. And UFOs. That's what I'm talking about. And Vivica Fox. When you think of Vivica Fox, what comes to mind first? For me, it's just one. It's Independence Day, and it's that scene when Will Smith comes in right after the earthquake. You know what I'm talking about. That scene. This is Fade to Black. I'm your Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night, Fader night. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with me.
Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion,
Reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2B Blend for 15% off of your order today.
This is Billy Carson with ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Forbidden Knowledge TV has just reached its 1-year anniversary. That's right, 1 year. And as a show of appreciation, we are giving all new subscribers a free 30-day trial of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's 30 days to binge watch thousands of movies, documentaries, conferences, workshops, lectures, yoga classes, meditation courses, and so much more. So log on to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv from your computer or mobile device, or get the Forbidden Knowledge TV app on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, iTunes, or Google Play today, and use coupon code 30daysfree. That's coupon code 30 days free on ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way.
This is KJCR at jimmychurchradio.com.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader nights. Open lines all night long. Got one segment left. Got a lot of calls in front of me. I'm going to try to get them all in. And, I do the same thing at the end of the show every night. There's going to be some people hanging on and that have been here for a while. I do my best. So I'm going to quit yakking and let's get cracking. I just rhymed. I just said a rhyme. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Who's this?
It's your mate from the Apple Isle.
I just got to hear you say Tasmaniac.
Tasmaniac.
That's you say it so well, and you're.
How you doing?
And we did the math. You are 43,000 miles away.
Yep. That was a bit more than my estimate. Anyway, where was it? I was going to be in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. It's like 9,000 miles, something like that. It's crazy. So what's on your mind tonight, Taz?
Not much, Jimmy. Just a quick call, buddy. I just want to say congratulations on 1,500 last night. I missed the call in, so big ups on that one. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And also, I just want to give you a best wishes and good luck and everything for the new platform, and hope everything really goes well over there for you. And
it's going to be great. Just wait till the announcements and the show lineup of everything in the broadcasting. It's crazy. I'm looking at it now, and I'm just blown away by it all. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. And it's called UnX, right? Unexplained, UnX. What a great name for a network dealing with unexplained phenomena. And it's going to be great. And I dig their vision. And you got Race Hobbs, calling the shots and handling the programming. You just know it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be a great ride. I invite everybody to come in and check it out when we launch on October 31st. But thanks for mentioning it. I really appreciate that. So do they.
Well, I'll let you go, mate. I'll let you get back to it and take some more calls. And I want to say a big shout out to also to Zenzaville. As always, you're doing a good job, mate. And Jimmy, it's time to fade to black.
It's time to fade to. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for mentioning Bill. He has got his hands full. So does everybody else. Block Chick and Genocide and Christina Gomez and others that handle that room. But Bill is in there, just cracking that whip and swinging the axe and he's also very smart. So that's the other part too. But thank you. He doesn't get enough thanks.
Also, just quickly, Jimmy. Also, I want to send just some best wishes out to Bill, New York Skywatcher as well. Hope you get well soon, buddy, and hope you're doing good.
All right, there you go. Hey, Taz. Enjoy your weekend. It's already Friday for you. Now go have some fun.
It is. I'm going to do that, mate. You have a good one too, buddy.
Right on, Taz. Thank you so much, man. Love you right back. It's time to fade to black. Go back, Lee Tappy. There you go, Taz. Have a great weekend, man. And that's a great phone call right there. And he's right. Zenzaville works really, really hard. All of the moderators in the chat room work really, really hard. And so just thank you, Genocide, Block Chick, and Christina Gomez. She's in there hanging out too as well. So there you go. All right. Let's go back to the calls. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Good evening, Jim. It's Ron from Chicago. It's pouring like crazy right now.
Yeah, right on, Ron.
Okay, Jim, I do want to, there's three questions, and I'll go real fast because I know you have other callers. The question is, congratulations. I hope that when we watch your program, that when you talk to the audience and talk to a guest, that we also can see your guest too, so the audience cannot just only see you, but your guest. And I think that's really would be a treat for all of us. And the second thing is, why don't you have Bob Lazar on your program? At least, I mean, he's a very intelligent person. I mean, he's really interesting about things that he has to say of what he has seen maybe 25 years ago when he was working for the government out there in the desert. And the third thing is, I wanted to know, we have all these spy satellites, I would call them, satellites or what have you, orbiting around the Earth. What about Betty Hill? When she was in that ship, one of the ETs wanted to give her a map of the star system, and my understanding is that she drew a from where they're from a star system where they're saying that they were actually from. And my concern was, why didn't we ever send a satellite directly to that star system to see if there's actually other civilizations that we don't know about?
Well, the star system, okay, so to clarify, there's a lot of things to unpack with this entire thing. All right, so if we go back to the location of the star map, now she drew it out. This is in the early 60s. She draws out the star map, which apparently showed a binary star system, but we didn't know where this star system was. It was unveiled, and I just want to be very clear about this. In the late 60s, we didn't have satellites at that point that were peering out and around and behind our sun. And so this star map depicted something apparently in our in our Milky Way that we had not seen before. So when later on a teacher in Ohio started to do 3D maps of the Milky Way, and she's doing that, she's like, wow, this kind of reminds me of. And then she goes back, and it turned out to be an exact duplicate and lined up with Betty Hill's star map. then we had the technology of satellites that were able to go out and take peeks at stuff behind the sun for the first time. If we go now and understand Zeta, so it turned out to be Zeta Reticuli. So if we look at Zeta Reticuli and its star system and compare it to Betty Hill's star map, sure, it's right there, but it's also, this is the deal. The distance from us is, let me see if I could pull this up. Let's see. Zeta Reticuli. Let me focus this search in just a little bit. Distance from Earth. Hold on. Distance from Earth. This is why we have. Okay, are you ready? It's 39.17 light years from Earth.
Yeah.
Now you start to convert that into miles, and that's a friggin' long way. And at the speed of light, that is a 40-year one-way trip at the speed of light. So,
not to interrupt you, but Bob Lazar, when he was working out in the desert, he claims that he's seen other ships, and it was my understanding from watching his program when he was saying this was so quite fascinating. He's really an interesting man. He was saying that someone said, did they tell you where they're from? He says he mentioned where they were from, but I was kind of curious, trying to put the pieces to the puzzle. Is it the same place where Betty Hill marked that star system? Is it the same place where Bob Lazar was? Somebody told him where they're from. And the second thing I wanted to say is thank you so much for having Travis Walton on your program, because I called you about a year ago with my experience, and I told close friends about what happened to me, and they said, Ron, you can't tell anybody about this because they'll think you're nuts. You cannot tell anybody regardless of what happened to you, because you will lose your job. And you'll lose friends. Don't say anything. But what's interesting about Travis Walton is when he was in that ship, I believe he went to a bigger ship, but he said he's seen quite a bit of other people that look similar to humans. And he did say he's seen females and male people that look similar to us. And that's what I wanted to tell you was when I saw my object, is I saw a big, huge hologram of a woman who was literally looking at me. And this hologram was huge. And I was in awe. And I have to tell you, it was like for about 15 to 10 minutes, I was numbified, staring at her. And she was smiling at me. And I kept this in me for a long time. But when I heard Travis Walton talk about his experience with people that look similar to you and I was like, oh my God, there's ETs probably from a different dimension or probably from wherever they are. Maybe there's a ET civilization under our ocean. It doesn't mean that they're from another star system. They can be here on our own planet. So I just want to say thank you. And you have a wonderful show. And man, I think all your audience, we all love you. And thank you very much for taking my call.
Thank you, Ryan. And I really appreciate that. And have a great weekend. This is the thing. If we look at a couple of things that just stand out. One is, I think that DNA is just universal. It's universal. It's all over the universe. The design of humans is pretty perfect. Bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 fingers, 8 fingers, opposing thumbs, stereo eyes, stereo ears. There are things about us that just make sense. There's a reason why we're the dominant species on this planet, because we're designed really well, and we're given a brain and vocal cords and everything else, and sentient. Okay, so why wouldn't that design be universal, like everywhere? It makes a lot of sense. It does. Height could be different. Gravity being different on different planets and different star systems, and that would dictate height and weight and things. The way your vision works, the way the senses operate. Touch and taste and smell and sight may be different in different worlds and different light waves. And what if the audio that is going on your planet is all lower frequency? Well, that's what you would hear. Maybe you wouldn't hear upper, or maybe it's the opposite, right? We hear just a very small spectrum of sound. We see a very small spectrum of light, right? And so that maybe that could be different. But 2 arms, right? 2 legs, a head, 2 eyes, mouth, right? These things make sense. So why wouldn't it? And maybe there's exact duplicates. Sure. And I would think that there's a lot of that out there. All right. With that, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jamie, this is Dave and Clint from Laughlin, Georgia.
Hey, Dave and Clint. How are you guys?
Good, Jimmy. Good.
We saw a tour of his bunker. Was awesome.
Yeah, the bunker tour was great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What's on your mind tonight? Real quick. We're at the end of the show.
My mind tonight is real quick. Rachel's Eyes. It's that book, and I heard it from Linda Moulton Howe. How they integrated extraterrestrials in blind colleges. Have you heard Linda Moulton Howe talk about that?
No. Linda wrote me an email today. I've got to reach back out. I mean, I wrote her back. She was thanking me on show number 1500. That was pretty cool. It was very short, too. Congrats, Jimmy, on 1500, Linda. Right? I was like, oh. But anyway.
Linda Moulton Howe.
Yeah.
Congratulations on it.
But I wrote her back. I'll reach back out to her. No, I haven't heard anything about this yet. But that sounds really fascinating.
Spoil it, then. I won't spoil it. When she comes on, let's just shout that out to her. It's amazing story, and she's full of facts. Linda.
Okay, all right. Looks like Linda's on the show next week. Dave and Clint,
good night.
Enjoy your weekend.
Good night, Jimmy. And fade to black.
Fade to black. Fade to black. All right, man. Love you guys back. Thank you so much. That's a great phone call right there. And, no, I don't know. Rachel's Eyes. No, I haven't heard about this. ET's being integrated into schools for the blind. Wow. That just lets your mind go. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Well, hello, Mr. Church. It's Deb from Sacramento.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
Well, I've been watching and peeking in tonight and listening because I'm unable to type. And I had a horrific visit to the dentist today. And so I've been numb, and finally the numbness is wearing off because I didn't want to call in and talk to you and have you not understand me.
Okay. Oh,
that's bad radio, right?
Yeah, yep. Well, I barely understand you anyway, so I'm kidding,
I noticed
Deb.
that the other night when you took off your headphones and walked away the other night. That was hilarious. Thank you.
What did I do? That's right.
You're a riot, Church.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's when you kept yapping. Yeah, and I had no idea. And I just came back and picked up where we left off, and you just thought I heard everything.
Having someone on a delay is very unfair.
Yeah, I know it is.
Very unfair.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's totally unfair.
But I got to say, it was funny. It was funny. I couldn't help but laugh.
So what's the deal? So you did the dentist today. Are you in Vicodin? Are you in opiate land right now?
Yeah. I'm in Vicodin land. And so the comments in both rooms tonight, both chat rooms, have just, Ken and Kaz are all on the hunt trying to find me. And over in YouTube, I'm laughing so hard that my ribs hurt right now. I mean, these guys are just, Missy and Eddie take first prize. I mean, they're tied. They're just hilarious. So, and there's always some catty people in there too, but I love them anyway. So that's what's up.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, but I wanted, today when I went to the dentist, there's one story I've really been wanting to share for a long time, and I actually asked, and I hate to call them my Pleiadian overlords, but that's really how I feel about them. They're my Pleiadian family, and I told them to send me a sign for when I was supposed to tell this story. And so today when I went in there, there was a little poodle in there, and she was over in the side office, and they had her, on a leash, and her name was Ruby, and that was my grandma's name. And I said, what is she doing over here? And she was barking. And they said, we're training her to be a comfort dog for patients who come in and are really nervous. And I said, can I, say hi to her? And they're like, yeah. So I go over and she's barking, and I never approach a strange animal. But the key is to get down on your knees. You have to get down on their level and slowly reach out your hand, and then they'll warm up to you. And she did. She licked my hand. She was very, very sweet, a sweet little, like a cocker poodle dog. And so I'm like, okay, there's my sign to tell this story. So my story is, I know for a fact that our pets have souls. I know it. And I've had 3 pets after passing that have come to me and confirmed that they're fine, they're doing well, and that I'll see them again someday. And I'm only going to tell one of those stories. I had a cat named Will, and I found him when he was just an abandoned little Siamese kitten in some neighborhood we were visiting one night on our church visitation. This was years ago. And I scooped him up and brought him home. And he was always the sweetest, most wonderful cat. And he lived to be 22 years old. And he got sick, and he had such a strong will. His name was appropriate. He did not want to leave me. So when it was finally time, I couldn't bear to be the one, to have it done. So, and I was living at another place anyway, and he was still at my mom's house. And so the night he passed, I was really sad, and I was, sitting in my room thinking about him. And finally, by the time I went to bed, I had a really, really vivid, what I thought was a dream. And he came to me in the dream, and he let me know he was fine, and he cuddled up to me like he always did, and I was petting him, and he was purring, and he was healthy, and it was this beautiful, wonderful, emotional experience. And I woke up, and I could literally smell his fur on my blankets. He had a certain smell, and he was really there with me. And so that's just one story of a visitation that I had from a pet that I had to let go of. So I know they're eternal. I know they have souls. And I hope for anyone out there, I know how hard it is because they're part of our family when we lose them, but I hope that people feel comfort in hearing something like that because they're with us all the time, I believe in spirit.
Well, I'm comfortable right now. How you doing, Deb? How you doing, Deb, my little opiate Sacramento girl?
Well, yesterday I made I hope you're not depressed, Jimmy. I just wanted to share. Hey, I made all my reservations yesterday for Laughlin. I'm so excited. We're going to fly out of Sacramento Thursday night or Thursday afternoon at 4:05. Hoping to be there by 7 or 8.
Oh,
and
man.
So hey, if you're around and you need help with that faded black booth, hey, me and my friend will help you.
I canceled today.
Yeah, sure you did. You liar.
No, you just enjoy the conference, Deb. You just go do your thing.
Yeah,
just
right.
Go do your thing.
Sure.
Yeah, go do your thing. It'll be fun. And what's going to be great, there'll be a lot of Fadernauts there, and you'll get to meet everybody. They have a way
Well, that's what I'm counting on.
Yeah. They have a way of congregating and being a whole lot of fun. And you're going to be part of all of that. So there you go. And I'm sure that they're all anxious to meet you. See, pretty much, I mean, I think that most of the Fadernauts have met each other, right? And they know each other. You haven't jumped into the pond yet. So there's that part of it. Okay. So what kind of I've only got 30 seconds left. What kind of teeth work? I'm just interested. What happened?
Oh, I had two root canals I had to have done.
Oh,
two. And I've never had root canals before.
Wow.
So it was bad. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know what's funny with the root canals? This is the deal. Most people have had them by now, but if you haven't, it's the first one when they whip out those files. And those things are, 2 inches long, and you're like, that ain't going in my head. And that whole they're like, no way. How long are those? What's really going on here? Then they get the bigger file, and then the bigger one, and that's mind blowing. So I've had many root canals. It's second nature to me. So. I mean, I go to the dentist's office. I'm like, root canal? They look at me and go, root canal. Let's go. All right. But at least you've got a pretty solid trip to the pharmacy that's later. So you got that going for you. And just remember that. So there you go. We're at the end of the show. Hey, Deb.
Pain is beauty. Yeah. Did you really cancel?
Deb. Thank you for the sunglasses. These are absolutely amazing. I didn't charge him today. I was getting ready to shoot a video of you right now on the show, but they're not charged. My little light didn't come on. So I'll do it next time. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you right here on Monday.
Hey, don't get too drunk at your party. We want to see you on Monday.
No. I am going to have a lot of fun. Enjoy your weekend, Deb. Thank you so much.
Okay, you too, Jimmy. Fade to black. Go Beckley Tappy.
Go Beckley Tappy. There you go. And Deb just told a Vicodin cat story. You gotta love radio, and that's why Fade to Black Fader Night is truly the best night of the week. And yes, this weekend, everybody knows by now what's going on. It is my birthday. And I've got a pretty eclectic group of friends, 10 of us. And we're going to have a slumber party, sleepover, cookout, birthday party, Skywatch. There you go. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be broadcasting live. We'll do some live streams, and we'll do all of that, and we'll see if we can get the birthday cake involved and all of that fun stuff. But that's what's going on. That's happening Saturday night. I'll kick everybody out on Sunday morning because I got to get back to work for Fade to Black for next week. But there you go. All right? Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vito, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2021 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We'll see everybody on Monday. We've got an amazing week next week. Get ready for that. I might have to switch somebody up for Linda Moulton Howe. I got to think about it. But until then, I want everybody to be safe. It's time to fade to black.